Ace, you're such a cute little boy. Are you a cute little boy, Ace? Yeah, you're trying so hard. Aren't you a nice little boy? What a pitiful little place to stand the holidays. This is poor little Ace. Ace is a little puppy that you can see his little eye. He's got some red and swelling there. And look at his face. It's all swollen. Now he might yelp when I hold him. You can see he's got a lot of swelling here in his neck area. He's on IV fluids because we want to make sure he has enough fluids running into him. He's not drinking too well. And you can see all the swelling in his face and the red part of his eye. So let me get him out very carefully. So see how he's holding his head down and his neck down? He got attacked by a dog in his house, new puppy, and a dog picked him up and shook him by the neck. And what happened was he's got a lot of swelling in here, and he's got a bite wound there, and underneath he's got a couple areas of bite wounds that we have shaped up. I see it hurts him, so we can't do that too much. Poor little Ace. I'm sorry, sweetie. Poor guys, you don't want to hurt him. But so I put him on antibiotics and pain reliever. In fact, we have a little pain patch on his back leg because of all the damage. The muscle, when dogs get bit in the neck, it can cause an infection. It can cause lots of muscle damage and swelling. It may have even caused his bit into one of his big veins, his jugular veins. And I'll show you in the x-ray, it actually fractured a vertebrae in his neck. So he's got a broken neck. But the good thing is, with Ace, is he can walk and his tail's working. So even though he fractured his neck, he's able to move his spinal cord. He did not get paralyzed. And I'll show you the x-ray of his neck, and hopefully he'll get better. Aren't you a good boy, Ace? Are you a good boy? Now what happened to little Ace? How come a dog attacked him? Well, be careful when you, and this really wasn't anybody's fault. The owner put Ace in with their other dog. They seemed to get along well. And all of a sudden, the Cocker Spaniel, his housemate, decided that he got mad at Ace and bit Ace. He's getting tangled up with this little IV. There you go. There you go, Ace. Okay. I know, sweetie. So he got mad at Ace. Remember, dogs usually will get territorial about where they live, and especially sometimes they will fight over food and attention. So when you get a new puppy, make sure and pay attention to the older animal, or the animal that was there first, and don't feed them anywhere close together, because, or give them treats or choose anywhere close together, because often dogs get territorial about what they eat and what they chew on. So what happened was his housemate picked Ace up by the neck and shook him. And poor Ace, you can see, he's just trying so hard. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? That hurts, huh? But the prognosis, even though it broke his neck, the vertebrae isn't too badly damaged, and it looks like we're getting the infection under control. So we're hopeful that the poor little Ace will be able to heal up, and it will take a couple months. So come on over and let's take a look at the x-rays. Okay. So this is Ace's skull, and this is the trachea tube going down his windpipe, or trachea. What happened is when his housemate bit him, this muscle right under his spine has air pockets in it, which means that when he bit, it went from the surface and drove air down inside. These are the vertebrae in his neck. Now these look pretty normal, but when you get to here, this and this and this are pieces of this vertebrae here, and actually this vertebrae surface has been moved up just a little bit. The spinal cord runs right through here, so if this vertebrae was tilted way up and pinched it, Ace would be paralyzed. And this is really damaged, but we hope that it will scar down and the spinal cord will continue to run right through here without swelling in this area to cause the spinal cord problems, and that all the damage and infection from the bite, because when dogs bite they make bacteria go into the muscle, and we have Ace on a lot of antibiotics to help that, so we're hoping with time that Ace will do well. So in this holiday season, when everything's kind of wild, make sure that puppies just don't get thrown in with adult dogs. That if you have new dogs around, make sure don't feed them out of the same bowl. Feed them separately. Watch out when you pay attention to the new puppy without paying attention to the other dogs around, because they have a certain pack levels and your older dogs feel like they deserve to be paid attention to more. So when you introduce a puppy, if you're not used to that, and you have a dog that tends to be a little possessive or has a lot of anxiety, they're most likely to have these kind of attacks on any other dog. So there's certain dogs that are more anxiety prone than others, certain personalities that are. So be real careful with those. Make sure they get a lot of attention, and go to a trainer if you're unsure how to proceed with introducing a new puppy into a household where you have an older dog that isn't maybe a nice dog or just has a lot of anxiety. So we don't want you to have your dog injured like poor Ace. Ace is so cute, and I'm hoping that the neck will heal up and everything will be fine. Anyway, have a good holiday. Thanks.
Poor Ace. I hope that the infection gets under control, and I'm hoping to send him home in a few days on some baby food that's got a lot of moisture in it, so he doesn't have to drink so much, and the owners will have to feed him a little bit of water with maybe in a turkey baster, and take care of him and give him antibiotics in order to make sure that he can get over his infection. And hopefully, and obviously, we're going to be sending him home on pain relievers along with that, because anytime you get your muscle chewed up like that, it's very painful, and the bones in his neck are going to take at least 2 to 3 months to heal up, and probably a little longer. So in your holiday prayers, put in a prayer for Ace and his recovery, because as you can see, he's just a sweet little dog. Check out my dog dish diet if you want to cook for your dog, or just want to learn more about what kind of foods are best for them. The types of foods that dogs eat have a big effect on their skin and ears. Salmon and sweet potato, and also duck and potato are really good hypoallergenic foods, along with rabbit. Rabbit's one of the newer really good hypoallergenic foods. As you know, you should shampoo your dog if it's really itchy at least twice a week. But allergies weren't really that difficult. Your dog could be allergic to fleas, it could be allergic to pollens and molds, or could have a food allergy. And what I wrote about is just to help you rule out that last allergy problem. Anyway, we'll have a great holidays. Check the website, and I also have a book teaching people how to home cook for their dogs and even their cats, called Feed Your Pet to Avoid the Vet. Well, have a great holiday.